Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Curse of the Torment. Tonight we're playing the mod Curse of Strahd, but it's been changed, transformed, and we're playing in the system and the setting of Frostmark RPG. Everything created by moi. There's a content warning for tonight of bad language, heavy topics, gothic horror, and perhaps some gore. We shall see. I hope not for your sake. But with that, I have a wonderful cast of players. We have Daphne, our Crave Violence, our Malcolm Soldier, played by Suku, who is arriving shortly. Certainly, I hope so. Leonard, I'm being stalked, and I don't like it, but I'm playing otherwise. Half Velvet Duelist, played by Pipper. Hello, welcome.
That is me, hello.
Soul of the Vistani, finally back. A tiefling bard played by the soul of the party, Hester. Hello.
I'm back. Hello.
And certainly not least, Styrax, slightly more unstable, tiefling elementalist played by Nearag. Hi.
Oh, see, Slider slightly farther away.
Yes, you can hear how he has to raise his voice to be heard. Fucking amazing. Okay, what happened last time, gang?
Um,
The one I took it away.
I can take it away. I suppose it did have some interesting Leo moments in it.
True.
We started off with the duel between Daphne and Ezzy, and it was a very fast duel because they're both doing a lot of damage and being quick, and Daphne got the upper hand and slid in and caught Esmeralda the back foot, and the duel was over pretty quickly. And we kind of started to have some overall conversations with everyone about how we were going forward in the duel, and maybe like what to learn about duels and stuff like that. Kind of had a little bit of a past talking where how Leo got to dueling through his grandfather, and we got into more silly conversations about some crossbow training. And
The sins of my past are haunting me.
learned that Sophia's actually pretty young. Unfortunately, I suppose. Or fortunately. Yeah, I mean, depends. And so. And we kind of moved on and started to have finally a day for ourselves in a while, but there seemed to be nothing pressing necessarily, although we know there's a lot of things pressing in the back, but kind of carved this day out for us to kind of go about doing our own things. And so Leo intercepted Styrax as she was walking about and not really relaxing on her day she could have relaxed, and they kind of had to talk about that, and because they never checked in after she lost her control at the campfire after the fight with the giant tree. And it kind of was, made clear that she can do it. Leo wanted to reassure that she can do it, and she should also find places where she can relax. Otherwise it's gonna be hard. And on the other side, a bit later that day, we had a conversation with Daphne and Ezzy because Daphne could see this sort of new distance between Rickton and Ezzy, which is understandable, and it came out clearly that, he killed part of her friends and family, and he also went a bit far in what he did, and even unreasonable when it comes to killing children and stuff, at least what Ezzy thought, and we. And they kind of talk about how this is what they kind of feel about this, and a relationship kind of talk. And then then the next day came, and we went to the teleport circle and teleported with everyone. So it was a bit dangerous, but we did it anyway. And then we teleported away Ezzy, Irius, and Rickton to Valaki. But Irius and Rickton were invisible. And then we, were guided by Helga, who met us downstairs after a few moments. We got back up into the ballroom that we know, where we had the ball. And there were a bunch of people there. Although it was said to be like not like a public duel, but it's really clear that there was importance about people being around in Rahada's mind. But maybe it didn't work out the way she wanted. And Leo kind of started checking in, as best as he can with all these vampires who are, obviously a bit distant with him still. Especially some, and less others. And Gary obviously was there, and he was really hype about what was going on, and he was also getting pretty buff. And then the last kind of thing that when it comes to talking was like everyone obviously was like, "Oh, you gotta be careful," and she's like the best of us here, and was worried about Leo. And then there was Aaron, I think, his name.
Yeah.
And Leo kind of made clear that he like figured out what is like reality, and that he doesn't have much that he can really do. He didn't really say anything that he wants to do something or whatever. He just was like, what else am I supposed to do? Kind of not pushing too far on that yet. And then the battle started. And Leo just like talking the whole time. Rod is just trying to get Leo to shut up, and Leo getting some. You can see Leo being in his element and being able to withstand things that he maybe had trouble on, like when there are many enemies. And he got Finger of Death by Rodis. Which is so scary.
Yeah. If you didn't succeed on that, same.
Yep.
Oof.
That would have hurt. And especially like injuries and stuff. But I wasn't too far off giving her an injury too.
Indeed.
So kind of trading blows there after he gets like a very good first hit. He said he saw some like opportunity in her fighting style, and maybe he could use it, and he was able to at the start. And then they got some traded blows back and forth, and we ended up that Leo tapped out before he is going down, to have like a rather unsatisfying ending for Rahadis. I guess Rahadis also shared like a bit of news, like how she is not quite a vampire right now, but she wants to. Sujani doesn't let her.
Yeah.
And I almost had her, and then she came back to being like, "You can't fool me." And then, yeah, first she was like, "Oh, you would do that for me? That's so nice." And then she was like, "Wait." And yeah, and that's kind of where it ends. And she kind of angrily moving off.
Thank you. Perfect. I had to sum it up pretty well. Good job. Alright, let's get the music going. we return to the grand ballroom of Castle Ravenloft, where another kind of dance has just run its course. An official duel between the stewardess of the castle and the returned Lord Leonard, keeper of the lost soul of Emmerich. Despite the black energy coating her blades, spells so twisted and powerful they're only whispered about, and misty souls swirling around her feet that which sometimes can share their cacophony of torment and torture to her enemies, Leonard gave back, perhaps more so in kind. And he achieved thusly with only the cunning of his swordsmanship skill and a measly +1 rapier. The worst wound inflicted on Rahadis was a clean stab through pierce through the side of her abdomen, a mighty blow that a mortal such as Leo shouldn't been able to sneak in on someone so ancient and imposing as Steward Rahadis. Still, it happened, and it drew the unwilling or willing respect, as well as an audible gasp from the various members of the court holding audience. Moments thereafter, when both combatants, sweaty and bloodied, started to flirt with the brink of unconsciousness, Leonard announced his surrender. At that point, Rahadis practically begged him to continue, and when Leonard refused with the comment that she would have to break the rules to continue this duel, Rahadis tore away from him with an angry snarl and her heaving back to him. An awkward moment passed before the court erupted into a more than polite applause. There's no cheering, except for Gary, who cries out with passion and admiration. But the applause isn't thunderous. It is something in between. And it's clear that it's more than just apathetic decorum. Within this steady rhythm of claps, there is genuine surprise and acknowledgement. Father Donovich is more stunned than anything and only falteringly joins in on the applause after the towering Goliath vampire spawn servant behind him nudges his shoulder once more to urge him to fall into line. There are two, however, that don't join the applause at all. Of course, Valentin and Antonovic. Those who would look their way in the immediate aftermath of the surrender would see more than just animosity. Staring at Leo, it's clear that they didn't expect that kind of skill being shown here today. And it bothers them. Within seconds, though, that surprise is replaced by dark malice as they continue to watch from their corner. As my computer dies and fails to show the screen.
Nice.
Let's load in again. There we go. As the applause starts to naturally fade after a few breaths, Rahadis, who refuses to look at Leo or the rest of the party, turns quickly to head to the main doors, with one holding back some ichor from leaking further from her abdominal wound, haltering in her steps slightly. She stops inches away from Ariel, just before colliding into him, hardly noticing him being there. And the two seem to share a stare down, where Ariel sports his normal, unwavering, polite smile. A tense second pass, and it ends with Ariel stepping to the side. And Rahadis pushes the two-door open to march down the hallway, seemingly eager to leave.
Good fight, though. Good job.
There is a light laugh from Alphonse on the sofa, but that is not enough to make Rahadis stop. And she goes down the hallway, opens the door to the lounge, and slams the door behind her.
Just gonna stretch a bit in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And is like Father Donovich approaching or anything?
The one who approaches first is actually Lucresh down there, who goes up, continuing the applause. Well, I'm surprised. A grand display of your skill, Lord Leonard. Well done, well done. Father Donovich, I think it's time. And he looks up. Father Donovich looks up at Lucresh. There's panic and fear in his face, and he doesn't move. The Goliath behind him kind of claps down a hand on his shoulder, and he gets like roughly tugged forward. Who did you train under to gain such skill with the blade? Lucresh continues as like small talk as Donovich comes closer.
I think under a lot of people, and I think that's the main reason why I was able to catch her off guard. I've seen fighters like her before. Obviously, she is highly capable, but fighting style, I felt when I saw her that I kind of knew what of kind of maybe like a first good hit is. So, and unfortunately, I've never seen her fight before, so maybe after today I can learn a bit more about what is possible and what not. But I'm great. I'm also happy with what I could show today.
You do not disappoint with surprises, Lord Leonard. Father Donovich kind of hesitates in front of you, looking very uneager. But another kind of shove where the hand of this vampire spawn Goliath never leaves the shoulder. He kind of nervously looks to the side to that hand and then back at you, kind of bites his cheek, and then he is going to cast 3 instances of Cure Wounds on you. Where this bright blue intermingled with like a shy yellow kind of light. Oh god.
Yeah, I was confused. Hello.
Elits from underneath his clothing, and you get 34 points of HP back.
How much? Sorry.
34.
30. Okay.
And after his murmurings, the Coptic murmurings, and he does this, movement where he kind of like blesses you in accordance of the Church of the Morning Lord, and he does it 3 times. There's an immediate like sweat on his brow, and he starts to sway a little bit in spot. And it looks like that was everything he had in him. He doesn't know what to say, and immediately Lucresh steps in, Yes, thank you, Father Donovich. Now, Mr. Xandrit, please escort him to Ismark's room so he can lie down and rest for a bit. We would require his services later. Xandrit nods, and before Father Donovich is able to say anything to you, he's immediately pushed to the side and away. And he also gets marched out of the room.
Oh, that reminds me. I don't see Marc anywhere here. Do you not want to see the duel?
I did send an invite to the youngest Marc, but he said he was busy. He's been quite away from the castle, coming and going.
Like on his own personal, or more like for the Countess?
I dare say personal, I would think. I do not know if the Countess has said anything. I think Ismark is wrestling with his position. It takes some time to get used to it, and either you swim or you will. Well, let's not talk about that. Still, great. I'm looking forward to seeing more of you, Leonard, and I'm sure you will have a amiable future with us here in the castle.
I'm sure too. Right now, though, I do need a break.
Yes, and towards keeping things pleasant.
Always.
Erasmus, dear, please, would you take over? I need to take care of something. I will be back, perhaps, in some time. It depends upon how long it takes for them to cool down. And he pats you on the shoulder as he passes, and then he goes over to these sourpusses. There is a quick conversation, and there definitely seems to be a stern kind of whisper coming from Lucresh. And he also, with like two hands on their shoulders, kind of push them towards the stairs. And they would go up to the balcony above, all the way like staring down at the court, at the party, at you, Leo, like just evaluating and staring. And they would, as they got up to the balcony, they will head to the south and up the tower to other levels above and disappear.
Approach my friends and Erasmus.
Mm-hmm.
And just like nod to all of them. So, any some snacks or something we can get? Sort of after.
After all this, the only thing you ask for is snacks?
It did make me a bit hungry. It's like,
Do you even realize what you just have done?
Baska sits up in the chair, straight back, immediately staring towards Leonard, giving you a big wolfish grin. Oh, there will be food. I promise you that.
see,
I don't want to take snacks. No offense, it was great last time, but I'm kind of full right now.
well, you didn't fight for a bit,
Yeah, Yeah, but you were offering snacks, and I just,
But yeah, I
it
mean,
happened last time.
He's right. After such a display, I think you all deserve a treat.
Okay, I guess we are gonna get snacks.
something sweet would be nice. Possible.
I will oblige. Erasmus nods slowly and said, Yes, well, we were instructed to offer a light lunch for you all anyway. Or dinner, depending upon where you were going to arrive. You certainly didn't waste much time this morning. A bit eager to duel against Rahadis, were we?
Well, you always, the fittest in the morning. So.
I guess so.
But yeah, I was looking forward to dueling Rahadis.
I wonder if it's more cunning, though, from your side, Lord Neonon. Perhaps you shouldn't be so humble. It is, after all, very late in the night. Proverbially, for these vampires.
Maybe. Gotta take every edge that I can. I mean, she certainly has some crazy tricks up her sleeve.
Quite imposing.
Yeah. When she kind of like puts a bunch of screaming souls into your brain. Kind of crazy.
It is intriguing, whatever forces she summons, and interesting that she can be so formidable yet not be one of us. Gary, almost jumps forward.
Hey!
That was amazing. How did you aim? How did you get to appear so through that hardened leather? How?
Well, it's a lot of training, It's a lot of, anticipating what your enemy might do. I knew she would be trying to play strong and unpenetrable, which often leads that side more open than the other, and I knew her fighting. I kind of figured her fighting style. I've never seen her fight, but I thought that might be how she's fighting, and I was able to. I was right, and I could get this quick blow off,
Oh,
So it's mostly a lot of training and anticipation, and kind of understanding how to fight your enemy not only on the battlefield. In a duel, it's more about not just pure skill, but also understanding of what the enemy's goal is and how they're fighting.
all right. Yeah, I heard something similar, but it's hard to put into practice.
It is.
How do you get good at reading people? How did you know?
I guess.
They're so fast. I sometimes I can't even see what they're about to do.
Yeah, I think I have the benefit of having a bunch of conversations with Rahadis already, so it's an enemy I knew well in this particular duel, so that helped. If I would have just met her today, surely this wouldn't have gone as well.
That's so cool. Okay, I need to get better at reading people through conversation. This is new, of course that would make you so skilled. Something so esoteric. By the way, that's a word that Erasmus just told me.
Interesting.
Erasmus just chuckled and, the education in the village of Barovia was certainly a bit lacking, so... But
No worries.
you're learning well. You're learning well, Gary. We're all very proud of you.
Yeah, I thought you were also a newer vampire, Erasmus.
Yes, I've had the honor of being gifted such a miracle just some time ago. But my mother made sure to give me at least a proper education, but it's of course nothing in comparison to all the great people in this room.
Can I make an insight check on him? And an empathy composer check.
Empathy composer. While I'm
Yeah, sure.
I would like to make perception, if that's fine.
Oof.
a 9.
Oh,
Talking about being able to read people.
yeah. What are you trying to perceive, Hess? Instead of like read
just
emotions.
wanna like, I just wanna see like if there's like someone is gonna do something like that glint in their eyes, like if there's immediate danger. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, absolutely.
What was that? Perception, composure.
Intelligence if you're actively looking around.
Oh, intelligence. Yes.
Yes, if you're searching for something actively. 12. Okay.
Yes.
Helga is being extremely polite. She is keeping track of the room by not looking at anybody in it, which is certainly a skill. Ariel is also being polite and like waiting for the post-combat talk to end. There seems, but he's like keeping an eye on all of you. It seems like he's not lost interest or is going to do something at some point.
Okay.
And Alphonse, Tista are and Aaron
That's good. Okay.
are overhearing you talk. Tista is doing so openly, and Alphonse and Aaron is trying to play it off a little bit. Bosca seems extremely restless and is like staring daggers over towards Ariel.
Okay.
Sarks, there's a lot going on here, so, and especially Tista that is looking at you. It's a little bit unnerving. Leo.
Mm-hmm.
He means every word. There's no hint of deception.
Surprising to hear that. I don't think there's many mothers here in Barovia that could give you a good education. Must have been very lucky.
In that sense, I guess I've been lucky to be been born outside of Barovia, and twice lucky to find my way here after.
Wow. What a journey. I'd like to hear about it at some point.
Yes, of course. I would be happy to. During the ball, there was a lot of great people who wanted to make themselves known to you. I am truly nobody in comparison to all of these people, and again, just lucky to have been so warmly welcomed by the Countess and taken under her wing and allowed to live here with all of them. I'm surprised. You want to talk to me, but yes, of course.
Well, I think it's important to get everyone to, get to know everyone. I had the chance to talk with the others before, so thought I'd take the opportunity,
I think I begin to see what she sees in you. And I'm certain here that Gary does the same, and he pats Gary on the head and he's just beaming up at you, and you look down on him and it's like, oof, a little bit awkward. So much trust and admiration in somebody's face is a bit daunting.
Gary, maybe I can show you like a technique or two that you can start practicing.
Really? You
Mhm.
would? That would
Yeah.
be... Erasmus, can I... if he offers, of course. But, you know, calm down, make sure to listen and not squander the opportunity. I see how excited you are, little Gary. Oh, okay, yes, of course. Big breaths, that's what you always say. Yes, indeed.
Right. But for now, I think I'm going to sit down for a moment.
Erasmus kind of pulls Gary back a little bit. Of course. Whatever you need. At that point, Ariel takes a few steps forward and kind of clears his throat.
I look to him.
First, congratulations. What a display. We're all a little bit surprised, but it makes sense considering your curious background. Indeed, the duel has finished. All the decorum has been satisfied. There will be food, of course, provided by our talented master chef, Lady Baska. It's going to take some time. In that time, you have freedom to roam this and the upper floor. Of course, there's a lounge if you wish to sit down and enjoy some calm. Otherwise, in about an hour, considering how fast Baska can move, the lunch will be provided for you in the official dining room, from which I've heard you've already spent some time in. Helga and two of our talented servants will be at your beck or call and close by if you would require anything.
That's wonderful. Thanks for setting this all up.
Of course. And we also heard from the Countess that you had some desires to wanting to get to know the court better. So we shall all make ourselves available to you during your time here at the castle and, well, stay up for a bit.
I feel uncomfortable for having you to go through it and prying and stuff, but it's very kind to that you are offering.
You know, Lord Leonard, normally I would at this point offer some kind of platitude and say, oh, it's quite all right. You know. But honestly, my lord, it's exciting to have something happen. I do not mind. And I do also wish, later today, when you have rested for a bit, to continue discussing that letter of diplomacy and the offer of alliance once again to the Protectorate. You said you might have some insights in how to go about crafting this relationship we all wish to establish.
I agree. There's certainly gonna be time for that.
Perfect. Well then, do enjoy yourself and come and talk to me when you're ready.
I will.
He makes a bow. All of the various golden chains and jewels that he is just bedazzled with clings a little bit as he moves. And then he takes a few respectful steps to the side.
I'll give a bow back.
He smiles and then goes over to talk a little bit with Alphonse. Baska immediately steps out, shoots out of the couch, walks over to you, Leonard, and kind of twists her neck a little bit as she looks into your face. I am so glad you all are here again. Gary has been a good change of pace to finally make some food that you mortals can truly enjoy. But I do believe all of your palates are a little bit more sophisticated, so I'm going to enjoy flexing some of my muscles.
It is very kind of you. I am also happy to see what you cook up next.
She smiles again wolfishly at you. I will try to not disappoint.
I wonder, how did you come into cooking? Always been like a thing for you, or?
I did start my less glorious life in a kitchen.
Oh,
Yes. Underneath King Dostron's employ, there were some Sorovians back there, you know, thralls and peasants and farmers, servants around the castle that required sustenance. And there are some vampires that do enjoy the taste of something solid in their mouth from time to time, and you need to be a bit more expressive with the spices when such things dull when you're embraced. I reveled the challenge, and yes, found joy in it. But I guess I was noticed when the head chef was a disaster. They had no talent and were so full of themselves, believed themselves to be so much better. I wanted, of course, become the Zeus, but we had creative disagreements, if you can even begin to call him creative. So when he was found poisoned one day, I caught the eye of one of the vampires, and well, it changed my life.
wow. Thank you for sharing. I'm sorry for, prying on these things, but I'm just interested.
It's nice to have somebody new to talk to, somebody intelligent, not like the crazy newly born vampire spawns in the cellar.
Oh.
Yes, they go quite mad quite quickly. And, well, we have talked the ear of each other, and she looks towards the three vampires behind her, and they kind of give her a pained smile back. It is nice to have somebody intelligent, somebody new to talk to. And you certainly seem more pleasant than Valentin was.
Valentin, the before me kind of new one.
Oh, well, I guess Erasmus was the first one,
Yeah.
the newest one.
Yeah.
When I think about it, our time seems to flow into one. He was also very, very nice.
I suppose he wasn't that long here, right? I don't know. How long?
How long has it been? A few weeks, perhaps?
Yeah, I mean, that's not much time to get to know someone, really.
No, but I've enjoyed my talks with him as well. So very
I did too.
understanding and eager. You're a little bit... I find you more interesting.
Well, that's part of my appeal, I suppose.
Indeed. I will enjoy watching you be a mouse for some time more. Excuse me. I do have things to take care of. And she gives you another, like this big wolfish smiles. Her pale green eyes kind of twinkling a little bit. There's like a flash of yellow in her eyes. And then she heads down the hallway towards the kitchens.
Give her a smile back too. Ah. So, do you guys enjoy?
Yeah,
Fight?
it was a really entertaining fight.
I hope so.
Good hit.
Thanks,
Good hit.
thanks.
Very first try.
I
Oh, God.
didn't really expect you to do what you actually did there. Comparing the duel with Rickton, it looks like you were a complete different person at this point.
Yeah.
Was this time you going serious? And you just weren't serious against Rickton?
I mean, I kind of knew what Richter was trying to do, to be honest. And I wasn't, I also was a bit more hyped today. So, and I kind of wanted to prove you guys wrong. Everyone, because they were like, oh, you gotta have no chance. And I was like, come on, I might have been just duel for like 20 years, but that's, still a lot of time. Still do some shit. And I could show that, so I'm happy for it.
I mean, I know that you would lose, but I never lose faith in you, Leo.
Hey.
Yeah.
If I had her seen fight before, I think I could have seen some more pressure points to put, but I only knew the one from like people that fight similar like her, so I couldn't really press my advantage as much as I hoped to. And then she kind of just pulled the finger on me, and that felt very bad.
Yeah.
I don't know
Now,
what that was.
Did I recognize the spell in my case? Can I make an intel?
Yeah, sure.
can I-
Make me an occult intelligence.
Yeah, for guidance.
That finger was, I don't know what is in it, but it means it was dangerous.
18, 21.
21. Yep.
21.
I have plus 10 on occult.
You don't you don't know exactly how it works, but it is a spell of the Vismus school that certainly has been from time to time. It seems to be a spell that some vampires know. Like, it's way more common for like a vampire who has inclinations into magic to know this kind of spell rather than anyone from the Protectorate. So it is something that you've heard Arius talk about, like in the various battles on the front line he's been in.
Well, that don't know exactly which one, what it is exactly, but for what my mentor told me, seems like it's related to Bismancy and also you usually cast by vampires that tend to go towards magic.
Vismancy, huh?
Interesting.
She
So,
certainly isn't a vampire. That much I figured out.
I'll give Leo like a pat on the back and say, honestly, I think with a little bit more push, you could have won. But hey, that was a good fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe another time when I have seen her fight a bit more, I can see where I can apply pressure. Not sure if the first trick gonna work ever again. She might be a little bit more prepared next time, but maybe I'll find some new ones.
Exactly.
Anyway, I mean, I suppose you've heard how the day is going to be. Um, we
Yeah,
can chill in the lounge, get some food. Um,
agree.
I'll have a conversation with Ariel later about the letter. In general, um, the court was told to stay up a bit longer today so so I could have some like conversations with them and get them to know a bit more.
I mean, I mean, I for one would love to talk to Farah Donovich and understand what exactly is going on in the village. Or
Sure.
what
He
happened.
seems a bit scared to say anything,
Yeah,
and he
but
doesn't
you
like
know,
us that much.
yeah,
But
that's the problem.
I think you got it, Soul, you know? Just put on that charm and then you can ask him about it.
Yeah, we'll see if his bodyguard will allow us to talk to him in the first place.
Yeah, I mean he's apparently in Ismark's room, who I don't know if you heard, but he seems to be out the castle a bunch of times right about now because of personal matters. So maybe
No
he's
wonder.
like visiting his sister again.
Well, the one thing for sure, if her sister knows that his brother is, a vampire, that brought
Well,
nightmares come true. Don't you think?
we'll see. Anyway, I mean, you guys are free to go to the launch already. Just gonna like, if they're taking the time, I should certainly not waste, you
Yeah.
know. So I wanna take the opportunity to talk with all of them here. And then I'll certainly wanna sit down.
Yeah, for sure.
So
You-
get some good space ready for me.
Of course. Well, how about you two? Got any plans on what to do for about an hour or so? Someone to talk to?
Starix went BRB.
Oh,
And
and Sigurd
Suko is
muted.
muted.
Ah,
Oh god.
we could
Hello, hello, Suku. Yes, yes, Styrex. Yes, I agree. Well, there's so many things.
Yeah, I mean, you could maybe like look around, you know.
Yeah.
Did we go back to the lounge?
Yep.
Like where the dragon skull is? I'm
That's the
saying
lounge,
this as
right?
Soko, not that.
Yeah, the lounges where the dragon skulls.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm actually gonna go there too. I'm gonna admire the skull and just brainstorm like, how the fuck did they lift that? Do that? Stairs are not that big.
As you start to leave, Tista, Lady Tista the Slope, takes a step forward and kind of captures your hand, Leo, before you leave, and then quickly darts back. So she only touched you for an instant, and it certainly was a little cold.
I'll approach her. Running onto.
It does not happen often. But I must confess I was inspired when I saw you fight.
Oh, I've heard.
was bestial and primordial, yet such a flair for the dramatic. You have gone through some desperate times recently, haven't you? Fought for your life. And you still feel like you are. But it's hard to leave your ego behind, is it?
Maybe, but I think everything come with time, and apparently I'll have a lot of time, so sure will be fine. I think I've started to like a little bit more of the danger. I mean, I certainly was going for some danger starting a duel with Hades, you know.
You are a bit of a thrill seeker, that's for sure, Lord Leonard.
How about you? You seek.
My battlefield is on the canvas. That's where I find my adrenaline. If that is what you ask.
Always been a painter?
A skill I think I was born with. To see the world in a way that others do not. As I said, there's a project forming in my mind. A victory painting of this momentous moment. If you would oblige me.
I mean, you can certainly take a painting of the moment that we had here. What do you mean exactly?
I can do the first sketching on my own, but I would humbly ask for your assistance with, well, sitting in, so to speak, so I can capture your likeness.
Oh yeah, I think I heard you like good at like reading like souls and stuff, right?
Has she told you?
We were good friends.
I do hope, Starex, that you look back to our time together with fondness, and that I illuminated some secrets for you. The painting is yours if you want it, or else I will add it to my collection.
Look over Starks, but I think she's back.
And just for free?
Of course. There's not really any currency in this cursed lands that interests me anyway. It was experience that does it for me. And
Suppose Cyrix paid with her time.
indeed, and I so hope you will as well.
I am wondering, have you ever done a painting of Emmerich? I don't know how long, if you like ever had like.
I've had the honor of performing. Well, I'm lying. 3. 2, of course, to Stradonia, and 1, well, to somebody else.
I see. So they're all gone now, I suppose. Love to
No.
take a look at them.
They're in the castle, both of them. Of course they are. I think one you've already seen. You might have seen the second as well.
And what can you tell me about Emrich's soul.
Complicated. Noble. Eager to make a difference in all of this, what he saw as bleakness. Hope that with his chosen one, they could begin to change things. And, well, ultimately naivety. Kasai is not the kind of place. The societies we have built, they're not the kind of place for that kind of altruism.
Well, that's good to know.
I'm eager to see if you would allow me. How much indeed you are him.
Scary question for sure. I wanted it too though, so I think I am interested to find out.
Gladdens me to hear. And I'm also glad to see you, Starks, to not have burned out yet. Or at least not in my presence. It would be a glorious firestorm to behold indeed.
Well, I don't think we're planning on that happening anytime soon. But, I mean, you got time.
I still have it under control. And Cyrus just gives a smile, a soft smile.
That is impressive. But I do warn, time for mortals such as you goes by quicker than you think. So, enjoy it.
I will try to enjoy it as much as I can.
Honestly, good advice, Tista. She sometimes doesn't really like, enjoying things.
Just because I don't enjoy your things doesn't mean I don't enjoy
Yeah.
things.
That's fair. That's fair.
You gotta forgive her for being scared of herself. The little walls she has created. She does it to protect other people. So
Get
it's
it.
understandable. But it would be fun for you to coax her out of her shell. And perhaps that fiery end will be even more glorious to see.
Only time will tell.
Well then, I will retreat to my home and start. You may come there later, or I will find you. Deal?
Exciting. Deal. Need to make sure to not book too much things, but I think we have a deal.
You are quite popular indeed. She just nods and lets you leave, and she looks over to you, Sarex, before you also leave, and she nods and smiles, showing off her fangs in the process.
Esteras just nods and smiles back, and then turns away.
Okay.
And as soon as she turns around, the smile fades.
Yeah.
You know, Styrex, you really have that two-faced thing going on real well. Have you been practicing?
Shut up.
I'll I'll just look at Soul and just say, "That's very rich coming from a Vistani, by the way."
You know what? I'm not gonna say it because this is not the place to say it. But you know, yeah. Sure.
I'll just look at Styrax and whisper in her ear, "That bitch, am I right?"
Jeez. As you were standing around and waiting for Leo and Styrex to finish the conversation, Daphne and Soul, can you make me a perception composure?
Right
yeah.
there.
Perception, composure.
Oh my god. Oh god. Oh no.
Like the Vistani you're distracted by all the hot people.
20.
20.
There are too many golden things here.
Yeah.
That means there's too many men.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. In the ball, and right now, there is an old man always standing in the shadows, looking a little bit nervous, like he doesn't want to be here. Yet you have never talked to him, and he has never said anything to you, but he's been here at both occasions.
I'll just look at Leo. Hey Leo, you know who that is? I don't think we have talked to him.
I don't think either. I mean,
wanna go introduce yourself?
I
Myself?
mean, yeah, I mean, you're welcome to talk to people also. I think I still have to talk to so many other vampires. But he's certainly interesting. Maybe, you or Saul or both of you want to talk to him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I mean, there's this guy over there that we don't really know
Ooh.
who's been here.
Oh.
I know, he's not, not the first thing to look at here, but
Yeah.
You want to talk to him? I can go.
yeah.
I need one more though. I need one more.
This is your turn, so
Yeah, but you can be a backup singer, Sorry.
Fine,
Yeah.
Or the,
I'm coming with you.
Esteras gives Leo the side eye.
He's like,
Stop complaining, I'm coming with you. Jeez.
All right, let's go. Let's talk to the old man. Yeah.
yeah. And instead, I'll go down to Erin. While they're still they're gonna have to talk.
Okay. Helga takes a step back. She thought you were about to leave, was about to follow you, or then okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry. we still have a lot of things going on. We just decided to talk here, and yeah. Great. Bye.
Really, Mr. Soul, it's alright.
Esteras not wanting to be alone. She
Okay.
just goes for actually.
Hey,
I mean, you can go with us.
Yeah, that's actually sad, but we'll just be behind you. Not going next to you.
I'm gonna absolutely butcher this. You're gonna regret having me talk.
No, you got this.
As you approach, this is indeed a old man in his 70s, perhaps. He's pretty frail. He stands, like his back is like slightly, crooked forward. He has lost almost all the hair on top of his head. He definitely looks uncomfortable. And he is dressed in like a shabby kind of brown suit with a bit of a twill fabric and with a gathered shawl around his neck that kind of goes into like a knot, that kind of normal medieval kind of fancy thing at the neck. And as you start approaching him, he like looks to his side, he looks to the other side, and realizes that you're approaching him and not somebody else.
Yeah, I'm walking towards you. There's nothing you can do about it. Hello, my name is Sol. Nice to meet you.
And my name is Daphne. Nice to meet you.
Mine is Starax.
I know who you all are. You don't need to talk to me. I'm only here because
But
I
we
must.
want to talk with you.
Really?
You look like yeah, you look like an interesting individual.
He does not believe you.
This is not sarcastic at all. I think you have a story to tell.
If you order me to, I guess. Oh, manners.
Why?
And he does this very, very slow kind of bow to all of you, and kind of like with one hand on his like side of his back, and like as he stretches himself up, there's like a few audible cracks.
You don't have to bow that far. It's okay.
No, it's required. I'm only sorry I'm not able to do it properly.
No, it's okay.
Vistani?
You don't have to apologize.
Yeah. It's not like we're gonna eat you.
Oh, that's good to hear. I don't like to be eaten.
Exactly.
Nobody
So,
likes to
you're
be eaten.
Okay. Yeah, you're
I guess.
perfectly okay. And you're talking to a Vistali. Manners is not in our blood. You're okay.
I know, but it's not really. It's required of me. And I do have to apologize. There's rules to these things.
Well, if it's your own obligation, then there's nothing. I don't have any power to stop you. But I do want to know your name, though.
You didn't need to come up and talk to me, then I wouldn't have to. Leif.
Late?
Oh, GM, can you please copy and paste that name? Thank you. Leif.
Yes.
Interesting.
That's a nice-
Where do you hail from, Leif?
The village of Barovia, but only for about 20 or so years, and then for 70 years or so, it's been 50 years or so, it's been here in Castle Ravenloft.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yes.
Where you been spirited away, or did you just come here with your own volition?
Oh,
Never seen someone who are willing to go here.
well,
They are free will.
Stradania was Countess Stradania was quite adamant that she needed me in the castle, so technically it was an invitation.
Ah. And what is it do you do?
I'm the bookkeeper, banker, archivist. I keep track on all the resources and financial papers and the books of the people of Barovia and their homesteads.
Oh, so you're like a historian and, a person who want information about it, they go to you.
I guess I take care of all the books and all the lists. It's been quite busy as of late, with all the food going to Valaki.
The food?
That is actually quite interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Well, I don't know how much I'm supposed to say.
I'm sure you can tell. You could lean something. Can I activate murmuring?
Oh,
It's been a while since we
sure.
talk. Finally! I can use it correctly! 3 years! It's been 3 years!
Finally. Remind me what it does.
I need to pull up my character sheet. It's been a while since I...
Like advantage on like any like.
No, if I talk to them for 1 minute, they'll get charmed by me. I think
Oh,
that's-
yeah, yeah, but charm disadvantage on any like sort of social check.
Yes. You spend some time like introducing yourself and like, saying that you're a friend of the Countess, you're so in the loop, you're so curious, you're so interested in what he has to say, and he seems like just a sweet little grandpa kind of figure,
Upon humanoid by talking uninterruptedly with the target for 1 minute. When a conversation ends, the human must succeed on a resolve saving throw or composure against charm against your spell save DC, or be frightened or charmed of you or another creature of your choice.
Oh,
The target remains frightened or charmed until it is attacked or damaged, until it witnesses its allies being attacked or damaged, or until an hour passes. The
okay.
target has no hint that you tried to frighten or charm it if the target succeeds the saving throw.
I see. Composure or resolve.
Resolve is frighten.
Ah, you want to charm.
Composure is for charm. I want to charm, so charm.
Okay.
What's my spell save DC?
That's a 5.
Probably higher than a 5.
Doesn't matter.
-3 to
I'm
your
sure you
spell
could-
DB.
I'm sure you could, let us know some, rather important stuff, since, we are in cahoots with the Countess. I think it would be beneficial for her allies to know what's exactly going on.
Cahoots. I don't know about that, but you are with Lord Leonard, who will become the husband of Countess Stradania, so I guess. Yes. After Lady Walker took control over the town of Valaki, we have become more active in the town. And part of it, of our, what you could call outreach program, is offering castle food resources to the tavern. Not the Blue Water Inn. We have made a second one, a constructing one, where we will offer food as a reward for Valakians, for the hard work. Yes.
Huh, interesting. So the Countess is rewarding those who follow her. What a
Unprecedented,
what a
really.
noble.
Hasn't really happened before. I've seen in my books.
Though it is noble that the Countess is doing that. I'm sure the people are delighted to know that their ruler gives them free food.
And then, of course, we need to change the records of which family lives where, considering all the moving of homesteads in Valaki. Lady Walker definitely seems ambitious.
Oh, really? How so?
Well, we haven't really been in contact with the burgomasters of Valaki since now, but it's quite clear that things of this magnitude hasn't happened. She wants this so drastic changes. She wants to implement. Can't speak of the. It's not really I don't know. But it sounds smart. All the halvers are being moved to worker camps. The reformations and changed to house all of them.
Oh, interesting.
And some families who have their souls intact are being moved into nicer houses, more in the center of Valaki. Yes. The goal, I think, is to trigger more commerce and prosperity for the whole population. Some of the halvers, of course, are going to be sent to the village of Barovia to help build the fort, as the Red Fang is being reinstated.
Excuse me. Pardon me. A forge?
A fort. I'm
A
sorry,
fort.
not so good at enunciating anymore.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. I'm sure. While you cannot speak properly, seems like you have still a sharp mind. Which brings me to another question. What do you think about these changes? Rather than being unconventional.
It's not really my place to have such opinions. It's not what the Countess Redania hires me for.
But it is, as I said, it seems you have a story to tell, and I would love to learn more about you. And that comes in terms with opinions.
I'm just an accountant, really. And I guess my opinion is I wish these changes came when I was a little bit younger. It would have been a bit easier to keep up with everything. Thankfully, my mind is still sharp, but I'm growing slower. It is fun to have more things happening than just endlessly copying the same records over and over again, to have something to, do. Well,
Well, how do you know how long is this fort gonna take to complete, or is it already completed?
Oh, no. It's going to be a proper one. We are definitely dusting off some old Sarovich know-how. It's going to be a proper military fort, a kind of barracks, a bit of the nicer kind, in accordance to the negotiations we've had with Kirill. And of course, there's also going to be some a prison section and some interrogation rooms to that nature. Lady Gralmori, of course, is going to visit when it's more or less finished to lay some enchantments into the stonework itself. Of course, it's not going to be as extensive as Ravenloft, but
Of course.
yes, that would be groundbreaking. Sadly, Architect Fedatov is not with us any longer. But it's substantial, I would wager, I guess, considering the resources we have at hand in the room of holding and what the Vistani can help us with. I hope this funeral ceremonies will finish soon so we can start getting some resources coming into Barovia through them. A year, perhaps.
Sorry, how long?
A year.
A year? A year, okay. Huh. Well, if we want to do it right, I guess that's a reasonable time period.
Well, from what I could glean from the records, it's very slow, but the Barovians, we have lost a lot of our prior knowledge, and using a hell of a workforce, well, you got to calculate in the apathy and general lack of problem solving on their own accord. All the little magical cantrips we were once able to perform, apparently we were very good at stone shaping and moving earth and water and such in the past. All of that sadly has been lost. So it will have to be done the more traditional way. And Cousin Stradania is quite exacting with her requirements and the quality of such, and we want to make the Red Fang happy with our new alliance, so yes, slow.
Slow, but
Proper.
is there anything else that is interesting in the books that you refer to, like history of Barovia and such, or the history of the Countess? The Sarovich line.
Interesting. I mean, it's more interesting now. Perhaps we will see a change. It's been a steady decline, a downhill. And then the winery a couple of months ago stopped producing Champagne de l'Estampe, which was a personal favorite of mine, and I started to despair, and then Red Crush stopped as well, and I thought that, well, I'm very glad you've arrived. I've seen a certain energy in the Lady Countess to start improving things here, and with the projects we're starting in the village. I certainly hope that things are going to change. And perhaps these forest folk will also join the fold. I've started to prepare some new scrolls of papers to dot down where they live and all their names and their families, and see if they can also help us with some of the resource gathering, and perhaps they will be more able workers.
The forest folk. What can you tell me about them? Or do you have any knowledge about them?
Not much. The books doesn't say too much. They've been a nuisance, really. Aggressive, reclusive. Another language, of course, it gets hard to communicate. Of course, these court vampires knows their way around such barriers, but mostly have been some records of minor skirmishes to remove some of their numbers when they get a little bit, what's the term, uppity. But they've seemed to have grown a little bit wiser in later days, and there seems to be a willingness to cooperate now that I hope leads to some, well, I hope they become more civilized in the future. For our sake and for their sake. Otherwise they will continue to be hunted whenever they become a problem.
I see. Oh, interesting. Is it okay if we're able to visit your workplace, if possible? We'd love to look the place and ask more questions, if possible.
I guess. I mean, if you have permission, and certainly if Lord Leonard is with you, I mean, I can't say no.
Well, the thing is, while there is, of course, a permission above, I rather want to gain permission from you, as it is your household, you could say.
Oh, that's... Nobody has ever... Thank you.
Of course, I understand the feeling when your workplace gets trampled by visitors. Believe me, I just want to share respect.
Quite unusual for Vistani to say so. Well, quite honestly, I'm a little bit taken aback by having such interest in me. It's a little bit disconcerting, but on the other hand, I never talked so much in a very long time, and you seem curious, and that's nice. It's nice.
Yeah, of course.
Somebody would be interested in Leif Cantemir, the accountant. Well, yes, of course, as long as I'm
I
not
will
sleeping.
say they're completely I will say that they're missing out. You know, you sound like a very, very fun individual to listen to.
Well, yes.
And then I'll turn to like Daphne and Cyrus and say, "You guys want to say something? This guy is really smart."
Oh, no.
Just
No.
that. Also on the side that I usually keep records, and well, back in the Protectorate, I usually working at university, so I can appreciate the work you do.
I think I've never... There's been a few times in my lifetime there's been visitors to my castle, and I think I never had so much interest in me. Well, you and Erasmus. Again, I'm just a humble accountant, but I guess there's only a few people who can see the sublime happiness in a ordered calculus sheet, and I'm glad to find somebody else who cares.
Saul's head. Calculus? Yeah, of course. You know, it. As I said, everybody has a story to tell, and there's never and not a single person is the same. Well, I guess I will leave you be for a moment and finish this conversation here, as if I go any further, I fear that I might make you parched. So, it's nice to meet you, Lord Cantamir?
Leif Canterbury, indeed.
Leif Cantamir.
There's no lord or anything attached
Oh,
to my
sorry.
name.
Sorry, I
I'm
was mishearing things.
I'm just a Barovian.
Well, it is really nice to meet you, Leif Cantamir. I hope you have a
Likewise.
wonderful day, evening.
Well, yep, they work on a different clock, so it's pretty late right now, but it's alright. I'm quite happy you actually came up and talked to me. And he kind of stays up, he straightens his back a little bit and smiles for the first time.
Yeah, of course. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job. And then then Soul will be turning around and just waves bye-bye.
Cyrus will bow and just, a pleasure to meet you. We'll go.
He nods, and he tries to bow as you leave, but kind of stops halfway through, like, oh, no, oh, fuck.
You don't have to bow too far.
And as you start to leave the conversation, we will go back in time as Leo approaches Aaron. But before that, it's time for a short break.
Hey.
Woo!
Hey!
Oh, I'm happy I could use that ability now. For the first time for 3 years, I use it correctly.
I think you've
We
used it a
just-
few
we-
times in the past. I think
we-
twice.
We just needed to say, hey, Soul, go and talk to him. Go do it!
You can do it! You did
Just
great,
throw me like
Hess.
a Pokemon.
You did great, Hess.
Soul, I choose you!
It's all I just...
Jeez. Okay. I'm going to refill my drink and clear my throat from being that hoarse. And I'll be right back, Shad. 1 second.
You.
I'll be right back too.
Hello, chat.
Sup? All good? How about yourself? Try the boys. Exactly. Finally used. Alright, now for the first time in a long while, now I can take off that goddamn ability. Let me see here. Where is it? I don't have that. Murmur. 0 out of 1. There we go. Finding out how to do the best heist in the land. Can I join? I want to do the heist. Where's the target?
Alrighto.
Don't tell Bexxy. Don't tell Bexxy. Just between you and I.
Siki, if you're still here, Jesus, it's my fault for being such a bad friend. I need to stop being busy and spend time with friends. I'm just working on role plays and then recovering by playing single player games. That's all I do these days.
The skull. How can they come? Yeah, I'm not. With that target in mind, how the hell are we gonna be able to do that?
I'm all ears. I'm excited to find out.
You know, the thing is, you're the DM, so no. I know that. I understand. You're
No,
gonna
I
foil
mean,
it.
this is actually, I don't know what you're gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do.
We're gonna use the element of surprise. I'm gonna steal it right now. I'm just gonna go up to it and just steal it. We're gonna meet Shardanya in Serpool. We're just gonna say we're just testing your security forces, and let me say, they're pretty bad.
You guys can chicken out.
Chicken out? What is this?
Yeah.
No. Now you said it. We're gonna do it. Now you said it. We're gonna do it now. Since you said it. Nuh-uh. No one calls me a chicken and gets away with it.
Buck buck.
But I'll cast polymorph to turn into a chicken and steal the skull. And then Elder Pepper say, "Why is this chicken stealing a skull? The chicken is escaping." That would be wild. I think that. I mean, sometimes I wish I could play something like a druid. I think it would be so funny, being like, oh, it's just a random chicken walking around the room. That's normal.
Put the skull in the skull, polymorph into a moth. Bye. Yeah. Definitely viable.
I can also cast invisibility.
You already cast invisibility.
Yeah, I can cast invisibility.
Yeah, but you already
Now, what?
you already did it. Because you needed
Oh yeah.
some people invisible. So both you and Essie
but-
casted invisibility today, so you've used it today.
Yeah. But in general, if we actually
yeah.
conduct the heist, I think I'm the only one with invisibility.
I'm back.
That's what Essie did originally. She was skulking around the castle looking for Rickton by being invisible, and then escaped through your carriage.
Yeah. Yeah, I did the same thing to the players.
You did?
That I'm running Curse of Strahd. Yeah, I did. And you know what's funny?
What?
One of the characters, one of the players, it's it's actually Ezzy's special somebody. So that was a very fun interaction.
Oh god. Okay.
There was a moment that because the character lies a lot because they are like a cleric for like trickster, so they lied their name to the cleric. Their so their true name is Gwydion, but but Ezzy knows them as Robin. So after the other players told him, "Hey, Gwydion," Ezzy was like, "Wait, Gwydion? So we're lying names now?"
Got red-handed. I see.
Yeah. And then it's it's beautiful.
Is Neo back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yay! Is Zuko
I've been
back?
here for a while.
Oh, sorry.
Zuko's
Okay,
muted.
so-
Okay. Then we're waiting on Zuko.
Oh my god. Chrome is dying.
I hope not. Oh, you are using this on Chrome? Are you mad? Change!
You really want to die, right?
Change web page!
That PC is going to fucking explode.
Like, for this, you need to change. Like, at least Microsoft Edge. Do you know how much RAM Chrome eats?
Do you have 128 gigs of RAM?
Yeah!
Sense.
I left Chrome behind ages ago because it's just not possible to do all of the things with Chrome. Chrome eats RAM.
Okay. Sure. I only use it for school stuff. Because apparently that's what my school's like.
That's actually why we use Foundry VTT.
Yes, exactly. Foundry VTT is amazing.
True.
True.
There is a easy download with Firefox, and then it's so much easier on your system. It's gonna be
I
easier.
need to update my extension though. Whoopsie.
But you
haven't
do it
updated
next. Do it
extension.
next session for next session.
Meanwhile, I'm just a weird Firefox enjoyer.
I mean, Firefox does have an allure because it's not like big company, you know. It doesn't have big company energy.
Yeah.
I'm more of a Linux user. I don't know what you guys talking about.
You're talking to someone that works with that.
I want to learn Linux. How much do you recommend it, Neo?
For personal use? No.
Yeah.
Just no.
Okay.
Unless
Gotcha.
unless you like to tinker with IT things, then yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Now, for example, my personal computer is Windows, my laptop is Windows. Only my laptop from work is a Linux.
Ah.
Makes sense.
And also most of the people develop things to work on Windows.
We all can agree, though, no Apple.
Yep.
Fuck
Safari?
that. Yeah. It's... They pretend to be user-friendly, but they're not user-friendly. They just remove options from you.
Yep.
In my last company, I had a Mac. I asked to change to Linux. It wasn't. I was like, how the fuck do I do this? Oh yeah, you have to use command and this and like, bruh, nah.
All I remember is Command Taco. For like
Command
all,
Taco.
For all. Oh shit. The fuck?
I mean, just to do
I
a
should
copy,
turn
a
on my
copy
camera
paste.
in Roll20. That was fun.
Just to do a copy paste, for example, in Windows and Linux is
No,
Control C.
you don't see
Control
me.
V.
We don't see you.
No, we don't.
I've had it hidden, so... It's alright.
We were about to have
Hello?
Hess
Okay.
face reveal.
Hello? I don't hear you.
Almost.
Oh no.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay, I'm back.
Hi, are you back?
Yeah. Apparently, I accidentally pressed show myself on camera.
I think when you first enter Roll20 on a new web reader, it does that automatically. So what you want to do is go to the cog and then do never to audio and video.
I don't know what it is.
Never.
To audio and video.
Third tab. Like the last. Yep. My settings at the top, right? And then the third one, audio and video.
Yeah.
Visualization
This
displays
can
the
see
person.
none. There you go. Okay,
Yep.
there you go.
That's what you want to do. And then it's never gonna do that again.
I forgot I was saying. I was saying something. Then I forgot.
No, Neo was saying something, and then you rudely
yeah.
interrupted.
No.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What were you saying, Neo? I'm
No,
so
it's
sorry.
okay. It's okay. That's just the weird thing is that in Mac you need to use command for almost everything.
Yeah.
Even to
Uh-huh.
copy paste, you have to do Command C and Command V, not
Yeah.
Control C, Control V.
Yeah, because they want to be special.
Yeah, fuck them.
Oh, I remember now what I was talking about. Command Taco. Yes, I
Taco, yeah.
remember that.
Yeah.
I always do. One of my middle school, we have like MacBook Airs, right? So everybody were trained since young to never have their MacBook Airs open because someone can just go do command tab and absolutely ruin your computer.
Yeah.
And the one talking is the one is from a country that probably like 99% of the people have an iPhone.
I am backed. Give me a moment. Backed? I am back. Give me a moment. Oh,
Yep. No, in the past.
okay. I see.
Both
That was
back, you know.
way earlier today. Okay. Sorry.
Maybe also baked, you know? Sorry, I baked. Give me a moment.
Damn, I still go high.
I prefer this alternate universe. What did we think about Leif, by the way?
We know Cantemir.
Well,
That's the last name.
Cantemir is a last name.
Yes, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh yeah.
you know, a connection that he has. I don't know how old Bill Wrath was. He looked pretty old too. So.
I mean, sometimes it can be hard to tell on a person, and
Yep.
Rovian certainly
So
don't have the
either
best.
like.
But
yeah.
Bildrav is definitely middle-aged.
Okay. So probably son of Leaf. It's interesting because now, I guess that makes sense why the ref was chosen as like the new leader of the village of Barovia. Maybe partially why.
Sorry. I would like to let you know that I might leave like early, like 30 minutes from now. I think.
Oh,
It's one of those days.
okay. Well then,
It's the end of like the school, like a school year.
uh-huh.
So everything is hectic for like my
Oh.
brother.
Yeah, stuff. I know, it is that way. Well, I think Suko is doing real life stuff. So.
They'll be baked. That's some real life stuff I've ever seen.
Just eating
Baking.
some snacks and staring out into nothing. Mood. Let's continue.
Yep.
It's not gonna be anyway Daphne centric. We're going to go for Leo during this 5 minute or so conversation that we were off on. Let's see. Let's get back into this spooky castle music.
You got this, Leo. You got this.
Okay.
Charm them with your evil ways.
How do you approach?
First, did like Titsa said she went to go to a room. Is she
Oh.
already like?
Yes. She's already gone. Thank you.
And Alphonse and they're still talking, the other two?
Yes.
They
do give you like a glance as you pass by, like looking if you're heading for them. But as you're looking towards Aaron instead, they kind of go back to their conversation. But there's certainly curious glances as you're heading towards Aaron.
I think I'm just going to like sit down nearby and kind of look at him. Did you like the fight?
There is a mixture of emotions on his face as you approach. It's like, I do want to talk to you, yet I don't want to talk to you. So there's like a little bit of like an awkward pacing back and forth as you come closer. And then he just sighs and sits down on the divan across from you, and he looks towards Alphonse and Ariel. He can see that he is in their. Ariel can see him, so he immediately stands up from the divan and then paces over to here to lean against the wall instead. Oh god. Let's do it like this. There we go. Get some mud going. There we go. And he answers with a almost a whisper. But I'm gonna speak louder for you. I'm just saying it. So it is known. You might actually have a chance.
Oh, that's very nice of you to say.
But it didn't matter last time, so it might not be enough.
So you know Emmerich.
He opens his mouth as he is about to say something, and then just nothing will come out. And he sighs with frustration. And then nods.
Interesting. Interesting. Suppose can you tell me where you came from? How you got here? I'm interested, I'm asking everybody.
A little, I think. That she allows me to recount my failures.
Well, ready to share?
He kind of looked off in the distance as if like he was retreating into himself, and there was like an inner dialogue in his own mind. And as soon as you say that, he like stares back at you with a little bit of like anger. Like, let me take my fucking damn time.
Kind of leans back a bit.
I don't talk about this often. They don't really talk to me. Nobody really talks to me. Sorry if I'm a little bit rusty.
No worries.
I come from Luna Village that became Marez later on. Grew up there in the shadow of Argibostalt. Not the nights. I was a bit of a troublemaker. Certainly wasn't easy on my parents. It was an incident. I destroyed a window, a patron in the mud. I had a lot of anger. I still do. There was an ultimatum. Either I control myself or something worse. I was sent to the fort to learn some discipline. In the beginning it was hard, but then they became my family. Became a squire, then a knight. Though High Knight was far beyond me, at that time at least. But they thought I had potential, so I was on a bit of a fast track. Kala and the rest were good teachers. And then they came. It was a hard couple of years not doing anything. But the worm was steadfast in our original mission, so we didn't lift a single fucking finger. And just let it happen. And then he tried to find peace with them. Peace with her. Yeah, right. Unless you bow to the fucking floor, there's no fucking peace. And when he stood his ground, it was just a matter of time. I really thought they could ambush them in the day, but we were ambushed first. And that's... I don't think it would have ended any other way. But the way it happened, well, that's me. She manipulated me even then, before I became this.
A heavy burden.
An understatement. And then she has just kept me around like some goddamn trophy or something. I'm not allowed to die. Not allowed to really say much. Do stuff. So I just exist. So yeah. That's me.
Definitely the most interesting story I've heard today. So I assume you know what has happened that Arkin was told, or what is happening there right now?
He looks away. Yeah, I do.
Right.
And still they don't know what I've done. Couldn't even begin to explain.
I don't think it matters much to them anymore.
Exactly. can't ask them for forgiveness. I can't punish myself through their hatred.
Yeah, you probably have to forgive yourself.
Yeah. She doesn't allow that either.
I think that's still up to you. Do you know about the temple?
Vaguely. We were tasked with protecting it, yet we didn't know what it was.
Let's see. Well, good to know.
I wouldn't go there if it wasn't obvious. It hasn't brought anything good.
No, it hasn't. That is for certain. And okay, you probably can't talk about this. I don't really know what you can talk or cannot talk about. But judging from the last time, you also know Serena, right?
He stills, like he is afraid to breathe or move. And then there's the tiniest of nods.
You know, Jordania actually allowed me to figure out. So here I am. Fortunately, you can't really comment because you can't talk. But I'm just letting you know.
How?
The pool in, well, Luna Village.
He said Beres.
Oh,
not
Barrett. Oh, correct. Oh, so the pool in Kresk. Let me see. I misheard.
No worries. St. Markovia has a reputation, even in death.
Yeah, maybe you want to like swim there once or something.
I can't leave.
Yeah, not right now. You know, maybe there's gonna be more favorable circumstances at some point.
If I could. Why?
Oh, yeah. It seems to show what kind of matters to you and gives you a chance to kind of deal with it, make way with it, understand it, put it past you.
No, why did
Hmm. Oh.
she...
Oh, well, because I wanted to know. I don't want to run around and without knowing stuff.
Plain decent. I see. And now?
I don't know. Drawing it as I go. I think it's the easiest way to do things.
You're still humoring her.
So what do you say?
Are you still humoring her? Do you actually like her?
Kind of like as he gets like it's the tiniest foot louder, I kind of like look past him and around the corner, and then look back to him.
Make
And just
me
give him a look.
make me a perception intelligence.
Yes. Okay.
You know, no,
Nice.
just anything.
Yeah.
Enthralled in this conversation.
Yeah, that's I'll still do this like motion of not saying anything like right away, kind of looking past him, looking around the corner, look back at him, give him a look,
Yeah, he,
And then
he
I-
gets a hint and he kind of like bites his cheek and looks
and then
away.
you say like, of course I love her. Going to be the count here soon. That's at least the plan, right? Making this as up as I go.
Yeah. Playing the game better this time, at least. I
Well,
will stop holding it against you.
yes, and you know, this time there's no one on the other side that gets manipulated right now, right?
It's more overt. For me. For you. Keep your
Well.
eyes open.
Yeah. I'm aware. Constantly.
I thought I was aware once too, and I was majorly fucking blind. Okay?
Nods. I'll take it to heart. Seemed like a nice fellow.
That's not good. Your eyes open.
Ah. True. As long as you don't see it yourself, it doesn't really is real. Now is it? Anyway, I don't wanna talk to you too long. That's weird. So, You know. don't skulk around too much.
Don't talk to me for probably ever again, so they don't suspect and continue aggravating. You know who. Them attacking you is good.
Yeah, it's my job to letting you all know. That's why the Countess ordered you to stay up. So now that I've done that, feel free to sleep or whatever you want to do.
What a fucking stupid thing to. You should visit the crystal again. Just saying.
All right.
When you
No,
have
yeah.
it. Can't say more. I'm sorry. I gotta go. Yeah, it was nice talking to you fucking too. I'm
all
not
right.
interested.
Don't need to be so weird about your upcoming, okay?
And he like
Just wanted to
disappears.
ask.
The conversation kinda politely ends. as you approach the sofa, and immediately Ariel kind of like takes a step back to give you some space to join in, kind of like in the conversation. Alphonse, you were leaning forward and kind of like talking underneath his breath. They were pretty close in you know, their faces, but now he kind of leans back again, like puts up his foot on top of the other, puts a hand up on the rest of the sofa, and like really like leans back as you approach. Ariel, you know, jingles a little bit as he moves back with all of his chains, and rides his turban a little bit, and give you another polite nod.
And interesting in conversations do we have here?
Well, yes. We were talking about, well, your skill with the blade. And, well, ideas of how to... What were the words you used, Prince? To rouse the Copperbeard's interest. How does one really communicate with these dwarves that they finally respond?
Yeah.
And towards that end, Lord Leonard, do you actually find it fruitful to talk with that angry and sad man?
Well, I feel like it is kind of my job right now, because I made all of you guys stay up longer to at least, indulge in a conversation with everyone. I think that is just fair.
He's hard to talk to. You would be the first to get something nice out of him. It's not really in his blood. Ariel laughs a little bit too.
Yeah, he didn't really want to tell me much. Oh well, he's bad, I suppose.
He is an interesting fellow, though. He has an interesting past. Did Pete share some with you? Knight of the Order?
Yeah, he shared a bit. I mean, as much as I could get out of him before he kind of got angry at me. But I mean, I don't know. To tell, I guess, right? Nah, I would like to know.
It's ancient history now. Dragon had made his home in Our Lady's future capital valley. They
Dragon?
were... Yes, they do exist. This one was exceedingly stubborn, and there was some talk of, of course, the whole archipelago now belongs to the Savoviches, and so you should show your respect. And no respect was given, goodwill was eroded, and then, well, she took action before they could themselves.
Well then, how did he end up here? I mean, Countess usually isn't that nice on her enemies.
Well, he had already turned cold, and now he's just having feelings of guilt. Really, he should have been more clear in what he wanted, and not regret so much in his life. He shows his side.
I assume the both of you have been around for a while, Scott. I've been going around and asking everyone, buddy about their upbringings. I know it's been a while, but it still would be interesting to hear.
Whew, that's a long history. I mean, you're even older than me, aren't you, Prince? Judging by my title, it takes time to rise to these heights. Centuries of hard work, really. You had a bit more of a quick rise to fame, didn't you? Ah, well, I'm just talented in that way. You can't blame people for liking what I do, Prince Ariel. I'm just that good. Yeah, right. If people who earned their titles were as given as much fame and fortune and admiration as you people of the arts, well, I think it would have been a better ordered world. You might desire whatever you want to desire, Prince Ariel. Again, it's not my fault. Blame everybody else.
I suppose I actually never asked you, Alphonse, what you're doing. I mean, what you're like, you're for. What kind of is your hobby, I suppose.
Well, I don't want to speak about how I came into this life. I want to keep the aura of mystique, if you will. Respect that.
Of course.
It was clear, though, that I was meant for a life on the stage. A bona fide actor. Singer and poet and lover of all things beautiful.
Well, how did you like to fight then?
I fought the expectations of everybody around me constantly, always proving myself better than my last performance. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Let's see. I do think there's some beauty in fighting. At least the way I like to do it.
I can see that. You do have your way. You have a charisma, but, well, perhaps a few more years and you can wield it a tiny fraction of what I'm able to do.
Maybe you can show me something.
Yeah, maybe, perhaps. If I get the feeling. It's been a long time since I did my thing. You should have seen it. The heyday of the Empire. So many glorious cities. So many vampires. So many Zerovians.
Wow.
So many stages. And so many nights. They're all gone now.
Well, maybe I can still see something similar at some point. Maybe I can see you perform again.
I just don't perform for just anybody.
No, I understand.
Well, the hope is, and he looks up again at Prince Ariel, who has been politely waiting for this diva to finish. You can see on his face, is like, oh god, this person. Well, yes, indeed. If we can end this strange magical malediction on us all, so we have the right to leave this little prison and regain control over this wayward corner of this world. Reestablish the empire. We can give back your stage. But, well, that brings me easily into a most prudent conversation, Lord Leonard. It has to do very much with you and the aid we could attempt to elicit from outside allies.
Yeah, I kind of want to understand the situation a bit better. So, like, what is this mist exactly? Like, it is keeping you guys in, if I understand correctly. But people can still come in from the outside, and other people can still leave. Like the Vistani can leave.
Yes. No matter how much we want to, once you are like us, undead, it doesn't matter if you have permission from the Countess or not.
Okay.
You're stuck either way.
So the Countess does kind of control the mist, but it's just not for undead people.
And not for her either.
Yes.
There's a frustrating relationship between control and not being in control that we find ourselves in. We have never been able to walk every night in the day. Can be confusing when you say like that, but yes. Never sunlight.
Yeah.
And, well, there's nobody to oppose us, really. No outside force to worry about, like in the past. But, yes, but totally and frustratingly stuck.
And your plan is to fix the mist with the help of a protectorate, or like obviously the goal is going to be to find a way for you guys to leave at some point, right?
It's a little bit awkward, honestly, Lord Leonard, because there has been many sharp minds in our midst. There were many of us when this happened here to celebrate. And yet, not even our court wizard Growlberry can even... No, we don't know. We don't know how to end this. And we have certainly tried. There's been quite a few souls that has been sacrificed towards that kind of spell and that kind of ceremony and that kind of attempt to make the mist part for us. We're at our wit's end.
I see. So, I mean, usually when there's something left, that means there is still someone else at control, right? Or am I misinterpreting something?
We're not entirely certain. It's not a thing to be talked about. If you want to keep your pretty little head, that is. And it gives you a wink.
I understand. I'll probably ask her directly when I get the chance.
We have survived this long, Lord Leonard, because, well, we're How do you want to put it, Lord Alphonse? Tactful. I think the word is tactful. Yes, indeed. And the other kind of courtly vampire, the ones who really fought in the wars, well, they're not really with us anymore. It's just us. The arts majors and the smart people.
I see. That explains some things.
I'm quite happily surprised that you're so astute, Lord Leonard. We sometimes can't say things outright. You're
Oh,
a good
yeah.
reader.
Now it's been not vampires, but I'm used to it's called social structure. So I've learned a thing or two in my life already.
Continue to surprise. Very good.
Yes, so the Protectorate, so you're looking for people that might understand how the mist works? Or is that a different font at all?
Well, the hope is that an outside perspective might illuminate something that we just fail to see. No?
No, that is very true.
Yes, from what little knowledge we possess, these dwarves have had an surprising ability to deal with our kind. Mortals finding a way to overthrow us, well, that just doesn't happen any day. Not without some kind of outside force, at least. But they seem to have done it. Discovered some of our very much protected secrets. And so we hope. Perhaps there's other kinds of secrets they know that we don't.
That's a fair assumption. And I suppose...
It's the only assumption we have left. Frankly, Lord Leonard.
Yeah. And I suppose they don't like Duchess Nonell, so...
Yes, well, that's the hope. We understand that things have been a little bit thorny, but I do believe that there is a path forward where there is a will, a desire, there is a way. And,
Yes, I mean...
well, we have certainly stooped low enough to be desperate enough to lower ourselves to such disrespect to listen to mere mortals. So I'm sure something can be worked out.
Yeah. Just don't let them know that, you know?
Well, tact, as we said, we can wheel it in when we want to. But he's right, we are that desperate.
Yeah, so, I mean, I was originally sent here to be, a diplomat. Yes, we weren't quite sure what was going on over here. So I suppose you've not tried yet to send them a message of any kind.
Are you not the son of a prominent noble in the Protectorate?
I am, yes.
Did you grow up enough to be able to join the, I do not wish to insult you, but the grown-ups table?
Kind of. I suppose I can't say I've been eager all the time. So I've been In
a
and
little
out.
bit of a rebel, were you?
Suppose I was
Rebelling against
young.
your parents?
Because I was young, yes.
You
So-
were young, so you have grown
Yeah,
up.
I am young. I am young. I know. I should know who's around me. I guess I was younger.
Well, it's all a perspective, Lord Leonard. You were certainly old enough for her attention.
Cool. So, have you sent letters to the Protectorate before?
They look between each other, and Alphonse kind of like raises his shoulders in a look of like, ugh. And Prince Ariel looks back to you. Why I ask is, I see now that you weren't privy to perhaps the inner circles of the Protectorate. They do know of us. We have tried, well. How long did it take until we battled against our pride, Lord Alphonse, and sent our first letter? I've stopped counting the years. It don't really seem to matter as much anymore, I guess. 2 centuries in, 2.5? Yeah, something about 200 years now, perhaps?
No.
We gotten very sparse replies back, not anything of substance. More akin to stop sending us letters.
But still, they have brought people here, I guess. Interesting, isn't it?
Not an official diplomat before you. And that's why I am so keen of making the wheel turn, Lord Leonard. I feel like there's an opening and we need to grasp it. That dwarf they sent a couple of years ago, that was certainly a mistake, and it led to nowhere. And they are certainly stubborn.
What you say? Interesting. He was on here on official business?
No,
Guess we never...
he was apparently curious. They must have somehow covered up official records about this place or something. He was surprised to find us here. And of course, through Countess Rodania, wanted to immediately engage in diplomacy with the Copperbit representative. But after the initial persuasion, I think she was a little bit hasty of using our specific powers on him and them to deliver a second letter. It was going to wear off, and I'm not sure that it was such a good impression on them. But nevertheless, I tried again, but no, they brought their little army, and Countess Rodania doesn't take kindly to such overt threats.
Yeah, I think I heard that story from the Vistani. Back at Serpool.
Yes. Sounds like them.
Well, I do think it's gonna be quite difficult. Or they're not necessarily fond of vampires, considering they have to constantly fight against them to survive.
We do recognize that it's going to be hard to trust. But that's the beginning of any burgeoning offer,
Yeah.
trade offer.
I have to be honest, I think that the best option is probably to have me, start a conversation with them. I know we're far away from that being an option, but I don't see. I mean, I'm not a copperbeard, but I'm still important enough to actually opinions that actually matter, and I don't think my friends, no disrespect to them, but they don't have any sort of position in protector. That would just get swept away.
Oh, believe us, Leo. We really want you to return to your people with more assurances and another letter, perhaps a few pages long. But, well, you see, you're too important now to our dear and rightful ruler, Empress Stradania.
No, but I know, but that's still good to know. I think I guess I wasn't able to see the full picture before. I'll at least try to talk with her. We can certainly, cook something up, a letter or something. In the meantime, I'm just saying, I'm seeing not good chances if not someone important delivers that letter. And I don't want to say I'm super important, but I'm definitely a step up from anybody else here in Barovia.
I realize that this is a test of trust, but I must again ask Lord Leonard if this other dwarf, who was indeed a copperbeard, did not know of us. What kind of influence do you have in the inner circles of that family?
Well, apparently it's a well-guarded secret, so someone that has that secret certainly has power over them. And if we have something valid that the populace would agree upon, then we have even more leverage. If there's a good deal there is to be had for the populace, and they would know about it, it would, get them to be more open and push the copperbeards to make a decision. And I have lived my life gathering some fame, I would say, here and there. Not, plus being still, in the upper echelons of Protectorate. I think I'm a perfect middleman to showcase such news. I think the best angle we have. I think the Copperbeards will always stay strong, but if everyone can see a different sight, then they'll have to cave at some point, in some way. At least actually attempt, maybe send another diplomat that, can freely move back and forth without worry.
When she said a hard no to sending you back, our hope was to send at least that scrollbow and that university member hoping that that would have enough influence to perhaps carry another letter, this time more publicly made known.
Again, I don't want to, be mean to them, but they barely talk to anyone but, their people, and that's a few, very few. I'm not sure they can convince anyone.
Do you feel, Prince Ariel, like we're stuck in the pages of some kind of tragic epic? I guess we will have to wait until somebody comes looking for you, Lord Leonard.
That's a good option too, That is true. I mean, it's like a 2 weeks journey, if I remember correctly, maybe a bit more. So, don't know how long they accept thought about how long I'll be here. So, maybe it's gonna be another week before that it becomes more clear I'm missing. And then they need to, get here in 2 weeks, so yeah.
4 to 6 weeks to travel here, depending
Oh,
upon
4
if
to
the
6 weeks, yeah.
yeah,
So
depending upon if the winds are with you on the sea or not.
yeah, so I'll change the estimate a bit,
Mhm,
yeah.
mhm.
So I guess that's for someone that lives forever, that's a good time frame, right? I think we might want to hold off on me becoming a vampire before that, though. I'm not sure that's gonna fly for them. I mean, obviously, once I explain what's going on, like, it's a lot easier to make it not be weird, but it certainly, I think they would not even want to listen to me.
Personal opinions aside, Lord Leonard, it really isn't up to us.
I know. I guess this was a very good thing that we talked, because obviously me and Sardania, we were talking about that in the future, so it's good to know that there's still some problems with it. So otherwise we might have done like a mistake by going too fast on it.
I still want to wrong voice. I still want to impress upon you, Lord Leonard, again. If we succeed in this, what that would mean for your people. If we could unleash her, that would surely be the end to Duchess Nonell, and, well, if enough goodwill and diplomacy and alliances have been drafted between us, well, I'm sure there could be some kind of amicable divide of Karnas, a peace, finally, for this archipelago.
I would love that. I hope that they can see that too. I think they're gonna be not believing you guys. But I do wish that there's finally some peace. I think we could use it. And I certainly saw what you guys did to that carriage from Duchess Nonell on our way here.
We.
Oh.
It's more the royally we.
Yeah.
Well, yes. In our correspondence with Duchess Nonell, she has been keen to get some concessions from our Empress that she has been less than thrilled about. Duchess Nonell, General Nonell,
I don't know.
as she once were before all of this windfall came into her lap. She was lucky she wasn't here that night. She's a brute, an instrument of war. And whilst we may speak of Empress Stradantia in certain terms, she is a far fairer ruler than that beast could ever be. She has her uses, don't get me wrong. The throne? Absolutely not.
So I suppose you have had talks with Duchess Nonel,
Oh,
but
many
it
times.
would make sense that she's not wanting to help with this predicament.
There's a lot of prestige in the vampire society, Lord Leonard, and a hierarchy that takes centuries to shift as you slowly make your way in the ranks through hard work and merit. Duchess Nonel want Stradania's, how to say... She wants her to kiss her feet.
I see.
And that, my friend, is never going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, Duchess Nonel doesn't seem to be that smart, I suppose. But I guess, in the end, I think the moment she would help, it probably wouldn't go great for her.
Another century or so as our Barovian population continues to dwindle. Less and less people find their way in here and, well, at some point to Bastani's adventures will be known. I'm sure they're not that good at what they do. You're slowly going to starve here. And I don't know if she is going to bend or break to Duchess Nonel before that. So again, I think we all can agree upon that an alliance with the Copperbeards is certainly preferable.
Yeah, well, I guess, I mean, I don't know, maybe what we can do is you could draft a letter where you think all the good points are encompassed about the deal that we want to make, and I can look over it and maybe give some feedback. And I think we have some time before they come looking for me due to the long traveling time. And but I think it shouldn't be too long, so your vampires should be fine. And then when they come looking for me, I can be at the forefront. And we'll see what I can do. Obviously, I can't speak to the whole populace from here. But I'll see what I can do.
Sounds better than what I've heard in centuries, but then again, what I think doesn't really matter. Prince Ariel? I find that wholly agreeable, Lord Leonard. I'm eager to find some kind of progress in this soup. I will start drafting another letter, and this time, if we do find somebody suitable enough to represent our plight, perhaps we could send a respectable sum of platinum and perhaps a few treasured magical artifacts of the Saraviches to prove what we have to offer. But towards that end, when it comes to the crown jewels, as to speak, you will have to use those charms that you speak of, Lord Leonard. Perhaps you could help to soften some of her resolve, some of her pride.
I think I've been working towards that. I think you've noticed her renewed eagerness.
Oh, yes. She certainly have changed since you came here, and so you're very important to us.
Yes, so, keep me safe.
Why? Are you planning on doing something dangerous?
No, I'm a little bit worried about Rahadis. I might have made her a lot more angry than before. She was kind of like, usually, like we all do, we kind of undertone kind of thingy. She was a new level today. No
Alphonse
undertone.
and Ariel shares a knowing look between each other. And Alphonse continues with a smirk on his lips. It's been going on for centuries. That one is loyal. That's for sure. Well, she's more important. She thinks she's more important than she is. She might be her right hand, but it's still a glorified servant position. She is a butler. Nothing more.
Do you know what's going on there when she's not a vampire yet?
There's a bit of hesitation between the two of them. I wouldn't begin to try to understand our Empress Radania and how she wants to run her house now. That would be a clear insult. Yes, and we certainly do not want to insult our gracious host.
Surely there's some gossip here and there.
Of course. We
I wanna
are
be
a
in on these
member
things.
of. We are a court, Lord Leonard.
Yeah, and I want to be part of that at some point. So why not start now?
He is eager. That's good. I would prefer cunning over eagerness. Yes, I know, but I think so far. Certainly surprised, as we have said many times before.
Why not both?
They both look at you. Honestly, we would prefer that you perhaps gained a century or two in wisdom, Leonard. Or you miraculously, within a couple of days, would gain that kind of wisdom. You're certainly more than what we expected, though, that's for sure. Well, how to indulge you without it being too direct? Sometimes it's better to keep all all of the cards in certain volatile relationships. If I would begin to think how she considers it.
I can understand that.
I guess you, of all people, Lord Alphonse, would know about that. It was a long time ago now, Prince Ariel. And they're not here with us anymore, are they?
Ooh. I really like the gossip. Anyway, I don't want to take too much of your time, so, you just, I don't know, let me know in some form when, the letter is ready. But you don't have to rush it. There's probably be some time before they come here. So better make it right.
Oh, we certainly will. Lord Leonard, we have nothing better to do with our time than gossip and write and hope.
These are 3 good things, I'd say. But I guess I haven't lived them for centuries, so hard for me to say. Anyway, have a... Do you say, like, good night, or do you say, like, good day?
It gets even confusing for us, but have a good one, I guess. And do you know, everything else considered, and no matter what happens in the future, you have been an entertaining event.
Thank you. Means a lot from someone who lives forever.
And you leave them, and they immediately kind of go into cahoots again with each other and start talking about the letters. That was a very long conversation. So before
Alright.
you leave them, don't worry. We're going to have one thing before we have to round up for tonight. Suko, are you here?
Muted.
You muted?
Muted? No,
If you
no
don't
sound.
know, Suko, have you fallen asleep in your chair?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe really baked, you know?
After it.
That's something that can happen, you know?
It certainly can be. Well, if that's the case, and with Soul not here, you know what? We're going to have Erasmus coming up and talking to Daphne for next episode instead.
Yeah.
So that will be the end of the tonight's episode of Curse of the Torment. Woo!
Yay.